Alright guys, this is another Nurses Making the News on Thursday, and because today is Veterans Day 2021, that was 20 years ago, I decided to do a little bit lighthearted and not talk about things like the VA nurse stealing thousands of opiates from the VA, which I could talk about since it is Veterans Day. Decided to more talk about the things we are thankful for the veterans in nursing and what they have brought to us. For those of you who know, those of you who don't know, Florence Nightingale was a military nurse. Of course, she was not an American military nurse. She was British. However, it was in the 1850s, and I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, in the Crimean War, to where many of the practices that we even still practice today came about, all thanks to Miss Florence Nightingale, a British military nurse. It's a true story, and a lot of things you'll talk about in nursing are related to what that woman brought to the table, or what she brought that then led to what we do now to the table. Florence Nightingale was a very special woman in nursing, and was in war, was in battle in the 1850s. I bet that was some sketch stuff she had going on back then, because I guarantee they did not do sterile practice. However, she brought plenty to the nursing field in the British military. Our own United States military, my United States military, I'm not a leader of the United States, but here I am in the United States. We have had nurses around since before the country began, as we had our first military hospital in 1775, became a country in 1776. So nurses have been nursing troops since before we were even a country. Well, 1 year before, but still, they beat it. In any case, the Army decided in 1901, you know what, I believe it's time that we have an Army Nurse Corps, and created the Nurse Corps for the Army. A few years later, in 1908, the Navy created the Nurse Corps for the Navy, 1908. The Air Force did not exist until 1947, and soon thereafter created the Air Force Nurse Corps, giving all three branches of the military nurse corps. And you say, Chris, well, what about the Marines? Anybody who knows that the Marines and the Navy are, well, they're sort of more like this, but they're together. You know, they are one and the same. They're not really one and the same, but they are. The Navy rides on Marine stuff. I say it like that because my children may watch this video. Look it up later on if you want to. Marines ride on Navy equipment. It actually stands for something different, but it is true. With that being said, the Nurse Corps, the Army Nurse Corps has been in every war since then. The Navy Nurse Corps has been in every war since then. And the Air Force Nurse Corps has been in every war since, probably Korea. I think they were too late for World War II, founding in 1947. However, nurses have been around this entire time. Many nurses were in World War II and helped in the Pearl Harbor attacks way back in December. What was it, 1942? Wow, next year it's going to be, 80 years? Man, yeah, long time. Military nurses have been around for all of these things and seen many of these things and helped out, like I said before, with Florence Nightingale with many things that we even still practice today. Invention is based out of necessity. Florence Nightingale had a need and invented a lot of practices that we still currently use. I'm not giving her the complete credit for everything, as plenty more military nurses have created other things that we still use today. They just kind of go nameless, unfortunately. If you know a military nurse, go ahead and thank them. 1, for their service, and 2, for their service as a nurse today, on this day of our United States veterans. I would be going to a parade, however, it's raining, and I got my kids all by myself, and I just don't feel like it's going to be a good idea. May still go if it quits raining. Definitely check out your military service parade if there is one near you, and also thank a veteran today, as this is the day of veterans and the sacrifices that they gave us so that we can have this United States that we have, this beautiful country that we all love, or at least I love, and hopefully everyone in it loves, as the veterans have provided that for us, and the nurses has nursed those veterans and done everything they could for us as well. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this Nurses Making the News on Thursday. I know it's a little bit different than it normally is, more of a history lesson than Nurses Making the News. However, there is always the nurse stealing opiates from the VA, which, just going to shake my head at that one. We're not doing that one today. Thank you much. Hope it helps.